Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Saturday the 27th of March 2021. I'm using the Tarot Grand Lux. Let me show you some of these cards. They're beautiful but very dramatic and over the top. So if you want messages that are not subtle, then this is the deck for you. It's really intense and bright and bold. So let's have a look at what these cards want you to know today and what energy you'll be working with. The first card is Judgment. The Six of Coins. And the Knight of Cups. Oh, okay, so we've got some scales here in the center, and the Six of Coins is an opportunity. It's the haves and haves not card. Sometimes you have all the money in the world and all the comfort and luxury and contentment, and other times you do not. And the card says that it's important to realize that none of these states are permanent. Money, the way things look, your appearance, your health, your practical circumstances, all of that is ever changing, and it's important not to get too attached to anything because it's not permanent. And the one thing that is guaranteed is that your circumstances will continue to change. So it's about the bigger picture, and it's about saying, I've got an opportunity and I'm going to use that opportunity. And if I'm in a bad place, it's important to ask for help. And if I'm in a good place, it's important to remember this balance and to give of myself and to be of service to others. What I find interesting is that I think either these cards on either side qualify these scales. And the Judgment card is about waking up and living your life purpose. And that's what I think creates opportunity here for something practical. And the Knight of Cups is about emotional instability and reacting too severely. And that, I feel, creates a lack of opportunity. So the important thing today is to really ask yourself, what am I supposed to do with my life? And then to look at the practical opportunities that arise as a result of this, rather than saying, oh, I'm so angry today and I'm resentful and I'm going to let someone else know how I really feel. That's going to close doors. It's not going to provide you with opportunity, and it will bring things down. So the cards are really saying that it's important to have spiritual insights and to listen to the higher realms today, because they're trying to give you a message. So we've got this angel with a trumpet, and she's singing a song, or she's playing a tune, and that wakes up all these spirits, earthbound spirits on planet Earth, and they're being called by this angel, and they're rising up to heaven, and they're free and liberated, and they're back to doing what they're supposed to be doing. The doves of peace are also attracted. So it's really loving spiritual energy that pulls you towards it. So the universe has something positive to say about your life. If you find it difficult to hear those kind of messages, it's important to try out different things until you find something that allows you to get in touch with that small, still inner space. I meditate. I use a type of meditation called Transcendental Meditation, and that's just a type of mantra meditation where you say the same word over and over again, and that works for me. I tried lots of different types of meditation, and I've spoken about this many times, but I've not always been the biggest fan, and it was important that I found a technique that really worked for me, because it's supposed to be effortless and easy so that you can hear this voice. It's not about sitting there and giving yourself a headache trying to force something. Another meditation technique I'm doing at the moment, which is really amazing. I saw this online a few weeks ago, and there was someone who suggested that to meditate, what you can do is absolutely nothing. So you sit yourself in a comfortable room, and that's it. You just sit there for however long you want. And I did that a few days ago, and I've been doing it ever since. And that is amazing to me, because what happens in those moments is when there's absolutely nothing going on, you feel that emptiness that you're always trying to avoid, or that I have been guilty of trying to avoid. So I feel this inner emptiness. So to fill it, I eat something, or I distract myself. I watch something on TV, or I read or I play a game or I talk to someone. It's all about distracting yourself and keeping yourself busy so that you don't feel that inner gnawing. Okay? And when you sit there and do absolutely nothing, what really shocked me is that that emptiness is actually a good thing. The thing that I've been trying to avoid for so long, this emptiness, when you actually ease into it, you realize that the whole universe is empty and limitless, and that emptiness isn't a call for you to distract yourself, but really that you're at one with the universe and that there's nothing to be afraid of. It was a real epiphany to me. And when I was sitting there, and I did it for quite a long time, I felt a lot of the things that have come up for me again and again and again, and that do come up for me again and again, some of those felt like they were being burned away or being purified. So please try that today if you struggle to hear this voice of the universe, because it really has something positive to say and it will create practical opportunities. So if you don't like your current working situation or the amount of money you have in your bank account or where you live, and you want to change that, listen to your higher self and see how you can apply that information rather than listening to your financial advisor or checking the paper for what's available. You decide what goes and then you make the impression on the practical physical world. The Knight of Cups is a court card. He's really extreme. So either he is so in love with you that he just texts you 85 times a day, or he ghosts you. There's no in between. It's all or nothing. We've got these swordfish here. Yeah, that's what it feels like. He's a bit prickly. He's a bit hard to deal with. And it's like, calm down. The Knight of Cups is trying to figure things out. He feels things deeply. And that's why sometimes he's so extreme. And his own extremity causes him pain, because he is ashamed of when he behaves in a way that he feels he has no control over. And it's working through the pain and the regret and realizing that he needs to embrace every part of himself if he wants to move forward. That's ultimately what puts him in the position of the King of Cups. And then he's consistently there for other people, for himself. He's loving, he's nurturing, and he's not extreme. So the cards are saying that today there is the potential to have a really strong emotional reaction, and like a sword, to say something or to do something that is cutting and that's aggressive as a result of your feelings of anxiety or resentment, whatever it may be. So if you act out those negative emotions, the cards are saying that your practical relationships with other people and things become smaller because you're putting yourself in a position where you're seen as extreme and as the problem. And that then obviously is going to make you feel even worse because you feel rejected. So the important thing is, if you have emotional upsets today, is to try and see them for what they are, as things that are there to sabotage you, to keep you from your highest good. And if you feel those feelings and you allow yourself to feel them, but you just observe them, let them go in and out, and you don't react, and particularly you don't attack anything or anyone else, you avoid these potential problems, these pitfalls. And by becoming quiet and asking, what is it beyond my emotions, but in the greater sense, the truth of my life? What is it you're trying to tell me? And then you'll see opportunities in the real world. So today we've almost got like a battle of good versus evil, of the ego versus your higher self. And that is something that we go through every day. But again, this word extreme is coming up. It's a really extreme opposition today. And it is the difference between moving up or moving down. And that can be really dramatic. So getting a whole new job or starting something completely new, or it can be something really trivial. Like you make a small critical comment, but it really has a huge effect on a relationship, for instance. So nothing is absolute. You're going to have this going on and you're going to have some of this going on. The trick, I feel, is to minimize the emotional stuff, just to be aware of it and to observe it, and to maximize the guidance from the higher realms, and that's really going to bring you an opportunity to succeed and to progress and to make major changes in your life, which really change the dynamic significantly. Number-wise, we've got 20 and 6 is 26, and the court card counts as 1. That's 27. 2 and 7 is 9, and we've had that a lot lately. 9 in numerology is the completion of a cycle. So you're able to let go of some of these behaviors by being aware of them today. You can overcome them. And also you can overcome real circumstances. You can overcome the sense of disconnect. And really, the sky's the limit. So the main theme is that you are able to overcome whatever area you usually struggle in. Wow. Okay. So it's not just this good versus evil situation. It's also that each one of these cards in itself can be transformed. So if you have problems listening to your higher self, you can change that, and that can be the opportunity in itself. If you are extreme emotionally, and that is the problem you struggle with, then you can sort that out. And the same with this card. If creating practical opportunities for yourself is something you struggle with, then you can complete that cycle and move on to the next thing that you want to tackle. So this is the overcoming of a dynamic that's been problematic for a while and really leaving it behind. And that has been a theme this week. So a lot of stuff happening externally that's supposed to teach you internally that you don't have to engage with this anymore. You don't have to go round and round and round in circles. You can leave certain things behind once and for all. You're not a prisoner of yourself or your feelings or your circumstances. You're free to rediscover and reinvent yourself. Sorry, that was my doorbell. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on Book Your Reading to order your reading. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and share the video online. Have a great day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.